Good morning. It's just about 5 a.m. here in Calgary, and today is a back to basics session. This week we've been talking a little bit about the serratus anterior and its connections with the shoulder blade, the rib cage, and its relationship to the abdomen and through to the hips. And so I'm going to build upon that with this back to basics program. You're going to need a longish strap and a spinal strip, or if you don't have one of these, you can use a rolled up mat, like a second rolled up mat, or a rolled up towel. This is just a little bit more firm as something to be used where we're going to use it, which is up in the thoracic spine. So we're going to begin with this. So grab, if you don't have one of these, grab another rolled mat, or roll up the mat that you currently have. If you've got like a really long, thick mat, or one of these, which is like a Manduka mat, roll it up only about halfway, or you can use a blanket or a towel, but it's basically like about this thickness, which is about approximately the thickness of a rolled mat, or a pool noodle is another way. I used to use a pool noodle way back when. So we're going to be placing the edge of the spinal strip right opposite the bottom of the breastbone. So if you wear a bra strap, it's right at the bra strap. We're just going to lie back and then have your strap handy. We're just going to initially be here and breathe. I'm just going to move back just a tad for you guys. Okay, so we're just going to easily and simply breathe here, yeah? And just let yourself settle into however you're aligned on the prop, whether it's your strip or whether it's your mat or your towel or blanket. And you're in a bit of a back bend here, right? See how your pelvis is lower than the head? So it's in a bit of a back bend. We're asking the body to release through the front line. Now it might not be doing that. You can get into this position in a compensated way, with your ribs sticking out and doing stuff through your back, and you might feel a bit of strain in your back. And that's letting you know that you've got some limitation there. So you might want to come off the strip or the rolled mat or the blanket. You can just lie on your back, which is fine. And there's also this happening this way, right? Because my shoulders aren't touching the floor and my body is being asked to release this way as well. And that might be limited for you too, which might be contributing to some tension in your neck or in your jaw, or even in through your face and your head. So as you're here, just kind of get a sense of whether it makes sense for you to be in this position. And if not, then just come onto your back, that's fine. And we're going to get into moving the arms over the head. So I'm going to stay up on the strip. You can too if you've got one, or if you're not feeling comfortable being in this position, you can come onto your back. Okay? All right, so we're going to bring the arms up to the sky now, and then raise the arms up and then bring the shoulders back. So you're protracting and retracting, similar to what we did yesterday and the day before. There was some retraction and protraction happening. So just get a feel of how those movements are, what they feel like, and then slowly bring the arms over your head and then back up. Now the furthest you're going to go is in line with your ears, but you might not make it that far. What you need to pay attention to is, do your hands want to move into, do your wrists want to do the movement? Do your elbows want to do the movement? So do you want to do something more like this? I'm exaggerating it. Or are they hyperextending as you move? The movement is arm bone in the shoulder socket. Yeah. Arm bone in the shoulder socket. And again, notice if your arms want to wobble, if there's any clunking or clicking or pain. And just move in the range where it's smooth and easy. So your range might be just here. It might be here. It might be here. Also notice if as you're moving, your ribs want to pop, and that you're actually extending your spine and moving from down below versus just your arm bone in the shoulder socket. right, good. And then let's take that off. Good, and then now rest back for a moment and just notice what it is that you feel here. And then now, stay on your back. I just want to show you something here. Now what I want you to notice is to bring your index finger to meet your thumb, like that. So you're in like the OK symbol. And you're going to lie back. Elbows are going to bend. And now you're going to pretend there's a thread between those fingers. And you're going to pull that thread wide. So now the movement is bringing the arms like this. Yeah? Good. Now, watch here. Now watch my arm. My arm is now going to rotate in the shoulder socket. So you'll see how my elbow's moving. But my elbow's not really doing the movement. It's generating from down through here. So again, what that looks like is you're here and you're rotating the arm bone in the shoulder socket. Now, the idea is at some point that elbow is going to be pointing toward your knees, but it might not today. So really and truly honor the range of motion that's available through that arm bone. And wherever you get, whether you get to here, or whether you get to here, or whether you get to here, is wherever, like, it's whatever is going on in your body. Now you might be like, nope, that's not working today. So then just stay here, because we're now going to do the same thing. We're going to be, whatever the position is in that humerus in your shoulder socket, we're then going to do this again. Just changing the position of that head of the humerus, and then taking the arms wide. So same movement, just different position of the head of the arm bone. Lovely. And then rest that down for a moment and just feel what it is that you feel. And then rolling over for a moment and just come into a position here and just roll that arm bone like this. Now you can pop up into a block if you want. Just feel that motion here of that arm bone moving in the shoulder socket. Good. And then the other side. You get a feel of that motion. Okay. That's a rotation motion. And we're now about to come back onto the floor and come back into this one. Okay. So grab your strap again. Arms come up overhead. We're going to come back into this one. So what's interesting about working with the arm bone and the shoulder socket is this movement of flexion, arms coming overhead, is supported by that rotation motion. So improving the rotation of our arm bone helps to improve this. Okay, so now from there, we're going to take the long strap and we're going to take the bottom of the strap, or the bottom of the strap, if there's a bottom, to the foot, here like so. And then the hands are going to come here. So it's going to look like this. We're going to do it on our back, but it's going to look like this, arm and foot like this. So on the back, the arms are going to lift, and then the leg's going to come down. So the arms lift the leg to bring it up, and then the leg pulls the arms down. Now you don't need to be really forceful with the leg or the arms. It's just the intent that the leg is drawing the arms down and the arms are drawing the leg up. Leg is drawing the arms down. Arms are drawing the leg up. Leg bringing the arms down. Arms bringing the leg up. Good. Okay, let's go to the other side now. So we've got the strap around the leg, or the foot rather. Arms come up.
pulls the leg brings the arms back down, arms bring the leg back up. Now you'll see that my opposite leg is bent. You can have this leg bent or you can have it straight. It's totally up to you. All right, and then bring that down. Just take a breather here, and now notice what it is that you feel. And then come on up into sitting. Grab your block and have a seat. And then grab your strap. And then let's take the strap and the hands overhead here and start to move those arms overhead now. You could bend your elbows. And then just watch if you want to do this with your body and see if you can just keep the movement to your arm bones in the shoulder socket. Okay, and the other way again. And then again. Perfect. All right, lovely. And then bring the arms down. Notice what it is that you feel. Okay, and let's take a side bend. Hand just comes gently over here. Other hand comes onto the ribs. And then as you're doing this, if you're on a block, or whether you're on the floor, or whether you're in a chair, just notice that although your weight's coming over here, that you feel your sitting bone still on this side. So you don't have to push the sitting bone down, but you're only going as far over that you can still feel your sitting bone. Okay, good. And then let's go this way. Lovely. And then come back. And we're going to finish up with just a little bit of shoulder roll here. Taking the shoulders up, pulling the blades back. That's retraction, and then down. Yeah. And then the down motion, you don't need to pull the blades down. Just keep those blades easy on their way down. And then come on down with those blades, easy with the shoulders. Notice what you're feeling between your pelvis, your abdomen, your rib cage, your head. How you feel through your arms and into your hands. And notice what that experience is like. Yeah? And you can bring this experience wherever you go. So if this feels like a new normal and a good new normal, then just consider that this is something you can take with you. And start to notice just when it begins to fade, and then you can start to intervene with any of the exercises that we did today. Maybe coming back to your breath, maybe just taking a pause, so that you can reboot the experience that you're having and make it more sustainable. All right? So with that, you have a great rest of your day. We will see you back here tomorrow. We've got our weekend reruns, and then we're back live and in person on Monday. Mwah. Take good care. Have a great time.